हरिः ॐ शं नो मित्रस्यं वरुणः शं नो भवत्पर्यमा शं न इन्द्रो बृहस्पतिः शं नो विष्णुरुक्रमः नमो ब्रह्मणे नमस्ते वायो त्वमेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्मासि त्वामेव प्रत्यक्षं ब्रह्म वदिष्यामि ऋतं वदिष्यामि सत्यं वदिष्यामि तन्मामवतु तद्वक्तारमवतु अवतु माम् अवतु वक्तारम् ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्ति. Good morning everybody. Today I am going to explain about the significance and the importance of November 22nd and about the Sagittarius sign. November 22nd to December 21st, Sun travels through the sign Sagittarius, which is a very highly spiritual sign, because in the 12 signs, Sagittarius is the 9th sign, which is very auspicious. The 9th sign or the 9th house indicates the spiritual journey. It is called a spiritual sign. In our horoscope, the 9th house indicates our father, our guru, the angels, devas, and spiritual life, and above all, our previous good karmic deeds. Whatever good deeds we did in our last life, and the result of those good deeds in this life, all these things are governed by Sagittarius, and the ruler of the sign, the lord of the sign is Jupiter, again planet of the Devas and the great masters. So, every year, out of the 12 signs, the 9th sign from November 22nd to December 21st, the Sagittarius comes, and it is the time for us to replan, to reorganize ourselves into some meditation or chanting of mantra or some prayer or any spiritual practices. This is the best month. Why this is the best month, I will explain you in an astrological way. For all of us, the human beings, we will have our sunrise, that is the dawn. In India, it is approximately around about 6 o'clock, but it changes, depends upon the longitude of that particular country. Whatever it may be, for the dawn for all of us is every day in the morning. Like that, there is a dawn, there is a sunrise to the Devas in the year, that is December 21st. December 21st is the sunrise to the Devas in the year, like sunrise to all of us humans every day. So, if you calculate the sunrise of the or the dawn of the Devas by December 21st, that is the sign of Capricorn. So there is a system in India. There is time every day in India, very auspicious time, that is between 4 and 6 in the early hours every day. It is called Brahmi Muhurta. Brahmi Muhurta means the time of the Devas, or the angels, or the great masters, or the yogis. This is the time. This is the time they use for all their practices. And elders say, in those 2 hours between 4 and 6, with their subtle bodies, Sukshma Sarira, subtle bodies, all the angels, all the devas, yogis who are not in the physical body, who are travel with their settled bodies, they give their presence in the early morning, that is before to sunrise. Why I am telling you the 4 to 6 in the morning is, in India, generally we will have sunrise around about 6 o'clock. That's why we call it 4 to 6. In your countries, in the Western countries, it is not like that. That's why for you, the auspicious time is 1 hour or 2 hours before sunrise. You can calculate like that. Don't take 4 to 6 exactly like we take in India. It depends upon the country where you live. So, in general, you understand that the good time to practice meditation or to practice mantra is before 1 or 2 hours before the sunrise. If some people having some health problems, you please don't get up early in the morning and practice all these things. It is the people who are very healthy and who can practice, who have a very sincere effort in the practice. But somebody, those who cannot get up early in the morning, it is not your habit, then do it when you are at leisure or at your convenience. I am telling you from the Indian point of view, and you can convert it according to your own convenience. Right. So, for the Devas, in the year December 21st or 22nd, if the sunrise means it is a sign of Capricorn from December 21st to January 19th, it is a sign of Capricorn, that is 6 o'clock. Before Capricorn, you will have the sign Sagittarius. So, there are 12 signs. When Earth go around on its own, to take a complete round, it will take 24 hours and 12 signs. So each sign in a day, it is 2 hours a sign. Suppose if 6 o'clock, today 6 o'clock, November 22nd, Sagittarius, Sun enters into Sagittarius. That's why 6 to 8 o'clock is the Sagittarius sign. 8 to 10 o'clock is the Capricorn sign. 10 to 12 o'clock is the Aquarius sign. 12 to 2 o'clock is the approximate, is the Pisces sign, like that. So, 12 signs in 24 hours means each sign is 2 hours. So, when you take the sunrise to the Devas is Capricorn, before 2 hours, it is a sign of Sagittarius. That is what we call Brahmi Muhurta, a very auspicious time for any spiritual practice. So don't bother about all these astronomical or astrological calculations, and you simply understand the importance of the sign Sagittarius and importance of the time before sunrise for any practice. If you understand these two things and forget about all the other astrological calculations, don't bother about that. Okay. Then this Sagittarius, now we are from today, November 22nd, and we entered into the Sagittarius. That means Sun enters into the Sagittarius, the 9th house, the house of the 9th sign, the sign of Jupiter. Jupiter and Sun, both are very good friends. Buddhi or discrimination or higher mind or judgment or spirituality or yoga or the blessings from the heavens or blessings from the devas or blessings from the great masters, all these things are connected with the sign Sagittarius. Whether you are Sagittarius born or not, you just forget about it. Don't think all the Sagittarius people are so spiritual. At the same time, don't think those who did not born in Sagittarius, they are not spiritual. Don't think like that. This is a spiritual astrology, not predictive astrology. Whether you are born in Sagittarius or not, it doesn't matter. Whichever sign we are born, you just forget about it. We are traveling with the spiritual astrology, not with the predictive astrology. So this month we have to make use of this vibrations of this month. Try to receive the maximum blessings and guidance from the masters, from the ascending masters, from the great masters from the Himalayas, or from the angels or from the devas. That's why this November 22nd is a very, very highly spiritual month. Suppose if we get up a little bit early in the morning and after the regular process, then take a small cup of lukewarm, very light hot water, not hot water, very light lukewarm water, 1 glass of water, and then sit, close your eyes, chant Om 3 times. Why chanting Om early in the morning? Why? Because Om is the only medium. Whether we wanted to communicate something to the God or God wanted to communicate something to us, this is the media. Om is the media. This is called the sacred word. Whether we want to call the God or God wanted to communicate something to us, it is the only media is the Om. That's why whenever early in the hours, close your eyes and chant Om 3 times or 7 times or 11 times. Don't make it so fast. Don't make it so loud. Don't make it so long. Chant the way you feel yourself so comfortable and peaceful and joyful. Take a deep breath. Like this. Don't strain yourself. Don't make it too long or too short. So, we have to practice the Om 3, 7, 9, 11, 12, whatever you like. Then close your eyes and try to listen the sound of Om inside without chanting Om outside. Try to feel the vibrations. And then do some pranayama. Just 3 or 5 minutes. The way you like. Do some pranayama. And then do the zodiac meditations. First sign, Aries, chant Om, leave it. Then like that, you complete the 12 signs. At every sign, either 1 time or 3 times Om. 1 time Om is also, is enough. Perfectly enough if you chant in a proper way with all your focus on the sound of Om. Okay. Then it is a must for all of us who wanted to travel in the occult world, who wanted to have a contact with the universe or with the solar system, and who wanted to expand our consciousness, who wanted to establish a link between the universe with ourselves, and it is a must to do the 12 signs meditation or the zodiac meditation. And then after this, what we have to do? This particular sign is the sign of Sagittarius, ruled by Jupiter. We have to use this month to read some good books, to listen to the good lectures, speeches of the great people. In India, we visit the temples, and in the Western countries, if you have any temple nearby, it's not too cold, then you can also visit any temple which is very, very fine, very good, very powerful. A temple or a church, whatever it may be, depends upon your liking. Right. If you practice like this for one complete month, then the real sun dawn upon us. Why? Because the month of Capricorn, from December 22nd, 21st to January 19th, the month of Capricorn is called the month of higher initiations. The month of Capricorn is called the higher initiations. All the great masters, and if you read the Bible, and Moses went on to the mountain, and then he saw a burning bush, a light, and he asked the God, "What is your name?" The God said, "I am that I am." That is the initiation. Even Jesus also went to the top of the mountain, where he heard the voice of the God, Lord. By the time other fellows who went with Jesus, they became unconscious. They did not see anything, they did not look, they did not hear anything. They just fell like that. And then Jesus heard a voice from the heavens. So that month, that particular month of Capricorn, what we call is the month of initiations. And in that month, only in that month, you will get the Christmas, the birth of Jesus. This is the symbolic, whether we don't know whether Jesus was born on that particular day or not. But we believe that Jesus was born in the month of Capricorn, and he went to the top of the mountain. The top of the mountain, you know what is that? The top of the mountain is our head center, Sahasrara center. We have to travel from the Mooladhara, from the base center, and you have to come to our heart center. From there, slowly you have to go to our brow center, and from there we have to go to our Sahasrara center. There you will get the higher initiations. So, if we practice for 1 month completely in the month of Sagittarius, then we are eligible. Then the preparation is over by the time December 21st, and then if we are blessed, we will be, the masters will initiate us, the physically or in our subtle planes, whether in the dream or in the prayer. We don't know how they initiate us, but definitely we will be initiated if our preparation is perfectly over in the month of Sagittarius. Make use of this month, particularly November 22nd to December 21st, and then we have to wait for the month of the sign of Capricorn. In the sign of Capricorn, we have to go to further meditations. Let us discuss about it on December 20th or 21st. I will again explain to you about the process of December month meditations. And once we complete the process of Capricorn, then we will enter into the Aquarius. Now we are going to the Aquarian age. That is our sign. Whether we are born in that sign or not, that is our sign. We are heading towards Aquarius. In the month of Aquarius, or with the energy of the Aquarius, you know what happens? We will be able to permeate into the universe. We will be able to understand about the laws of the universe. We will be able to feel the vibrations from the solar systems and above. And there is a chance to every occultist to get a contact with some higher beings. It will happen in the month of Aquarius. Just not in the month of Aquarius, it happens with the energy of the Aquarius sign. This process goes like this. So, generally what we do, we start the process from March 21st. From March 21st, every month, we change the meditation process a little bit, and then come to the 9th sign Sagittarius. There, after completing the 8 months of our journey through the 8 signs, when once we come to the 9th sign, then we will be allowed into the chambers of the masters. What I mean, chambers are not the physical chambers, the chambers inside, where you find all the great people. When once we sit with them, I am telling you once again, not in the physical world. When once we are able to go into that consciousness, into the chamber, then we will be initiated into the next sign, Capricorn. Then we will be externalized. Our consciousness will be expanded. We will go from personal life into the impersonal life. Slowly our individual consciousness travels towards the universal consciousness. That is in the sign Aquarius. This journey goes like this. So, what I am telling to you, just make use of this month. Sagittarius, number 1. Number 2, do the zodiac meditation. Chant Om at every sign, at the particular part, and then do some pranayama, and then do some meditation. I explained a lot of meditations to you. Pick up one meditation, either sun meditation, or focus yourself on your breathings, or meditation at your brow center, or meditation at your heart center. You pick up one meditation. That is, it's okay. Any meditation you pick up as you like, where you are comfortable, and stay in that meditation for minimum 20 to 30 minutes, and read some good books. Okay. Then, because this is the month of the Jupiter, month of Sagittarius, I will also suggest you one meditation. Take up one photograph, the Jesus, or Buddha, or Master CVV, or Master EK, or any great master you like. Any great master you like. Whoever attracted you towards them by their presence, whoever may be the master, whoever may be the great master, you pick up his picture, put it there, and then look at the master's face, and especially into his eyes, and close your eyes. At your brow center, try to keep the picture. Don't think it is a picture. Keep the picture in your mind as if he is a living person looking at you. Looking at you. Look into his eyes as if you feel like he is also looking into your eyes. Keep the photograph, keep the picture at your brow center, and try how difficult it is. After a few seconds, the picture will be disappeared. Bring it back and put it there at your brow center. Again it disappears because mind goes somewhere. Bring the picture again towards you, to your brow center, and then keep it like that. This is called dharana. It is the sixth step of Patanjali Yoga Sutras. Patanjali system of yoga. It is the sixth step. It is called dharana in Sanskrit. If you keep it like that, when you are able to keep that picture at your brow center for some time, that means you will be trained to focus at one point in your life. This is the best month to practice this meditation. I never asked you to look at the picture in any one of my previous lectures since 95 or 97. I never asked you to put a picture at your brow center. All the time I used to tell you to visualize a lotus or a light or a sun, something else. Why I am telling you this? this particular year, this month is, this is one way of developing the focusing, atonement, or contemplating. It is not concentration, it's just focusing. It is just focusing at one point without deviating from that. You practice this, you will understand what I am telling, why I am telling you this is. Or you visualize the Jesus. If you like Jesus, visualize him. If you visualize Buddha, you please visualize him. If you like Master CVV, you visualize him. If you like any other master, forget about the differences between the masters. Any great master, if you want to visualize any great master, visualize him at your brow center. Remember, you look into his eyes and you feel like he is looking at your eyes. This is a must. This is the way to receive the light from the master. This is the way to receive the love from the master. This is the way to receive the energy from the master. This is a communication point between his brow center and our brow center. So instead of brow center, we are taking the eyes, right? You do that, and by the time you enter into December 21st, you will find a lot of difference in your practice. Then let us meet. I will again talk to you on December 21st, and then I will address you again. I will give you the next step of meditations of that particular month of Capricorn. Okay, thank you very much. May the Master bless all of you.